internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
Or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
Alright. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is Wednesday. It's a good day. November 18th, 2020. I like the numbers. 11, 18, 20. It's all good. I'm just trying to squeak out a few extra juicicles out of this. We're done with that. I knew I should have left today to go get more juice, but I didn't. That's all right. We'll just do a little bit at a time, right? Hope you guys are doing great. Middle of the week. Did a couple of shows yesterday, right? What'd we do? The premiere, and we did a show last night, which was pretty much just having fun. Tonight's a different story. Tonight we're going to get into a lot of stuff. As much as I can get into. I may go longer than 2 hours. It depends. I don't know. I think I'll be all right. Thank you for all your well wishes and everything, because I kind of do feel good. My allergies are outrageous. My eyes are puffy and lots of sneezing going on. But for the most part, if I sleep and eat, I could eat anything I want. As long as I'm eating something, I'll feel fine. So I just can't do the late nights like I used to. So I need to get that sleep. I like to get up real early in the morning. Like real early, like 4 o'clock. And what I've been doing, even though I haven't been well, I've been walking, doing something to get the blood going, and sleeping and eating. So remember, eat, sleep, and be merry. That's all life is, right? It's pretty simple. We're going to talk about insanity tonight. And people who don't know they're stupid. Oh, I love this. Tonight's going to be great. And the reason I'm doing that, because you'll never guess who I ran into today. With her moth-ridden hair, round head. She kind of reminds me of Stewie. And I'm talking about All Things Exist. You know, Big Mama. I call her Fat Mama now instead of Big Sister. Fat Mama. She came into the chat room today on this show. And I can't remember the name. What is it? The something Gaucho. Oh, well, let me turn that off. I didn't know I had the show running in the background on over there. But I was in this Gaucho show. And I like the guy, but the crowd that filed in, Ryan Sprague, Big Fat Mama. Oh, and I can't remember the third person who was in there. And we all know they are, this is why we don't get along with them. Or at least I do. So far left. There's no coming back from them, for them. To them? Honestly. Now, I didn't know she was in there. She wasn't, because I was in the show before her and I was commenting, having a good time. And we were talking, or he was talking about the women in the field. How come, we don't hear more from the women? And I'm like, well, because it's 99% male. And every guy wants to sleep with the girl who pops up in, you know what I mean? It's like a total, who's this? Hey, look at me. Hi. Hi, Mama. I hope you're a hottie because I'm all the way in Saskatchewan. We'll never meet, but we could have cool internet sex. What do you say? I mean, that's what these girls must be thinking. I can't imagine what it's like to be a woman in this field. It must suck for a lot of them. At first it might, but you know what I mean. You know how guys are. Everything with this field, it's all male. It's male dominated. So we were talking about that. Out of the blue, All Things Exist says, I didn't know the pervert goof-on was going to be here. Pervert goof-on. I said, I'm not a pervert. How dare you? You just don't like it because you hoax everything, you lie, and and I made my peace. And then I got out of there when I saw Ryan Sprague. And the reason I didn't stay in there longer is because I like the Gaucho show. But I had to start getting things ready and I had to eat. So I said, not today. I don't have the fight in me. I have bigger things to do than worry about Fat Mama and the 4'2" legend, Ryan Sprague. His wife, she looks like she's 6'2". Because they have a Barney and Betty Rubble type of relationship there. He's the midget and she's tall. I'm sorry, little person. I didn't know he was a little person. I didn't know. Now I know. What is it? 3'9" is a little person. He's close to that. I think he's 4'2" on a good day. He wears lifts? I didn't know Ryan Sprague wears lifts. That's fantastic. Roll call! Coraline in the TV set. How you doing? Hey, we met. Hey, Mary. Mary Hall has the, we're going to talk about some UFOs that she found floating, following, pacing the ISS. This is amazing stuff. Thank you for that, Mary Hall. Kay Kaylee, who is Fat Mama? We'll show you in a little bit. Matter of fact, we'll go there right after roll call. Just remind me in case I forget. I forget things very quickly. Short-term memory loss, Ma. Bring in those bowls. Lisa Marie, howdy doody. Welcome to the show. Good to see you. Lisa Marie, moderator. Dark Hour, paranormal. He's here and he's abnormal. No, he's not. He's normal. I had nothing to... What rhymes with paranormal? I wasn't going to say, what does rhyme with paranormal other than abnormal? That's a good one. We'll have to come back to that. We'll do a whole show on that. Welcome to the show, DHP. Xavier Mireles? Mireles? I hope I'm saying that right. I have a feeling it's Mireles. Bob M., welcome to the show. Bob says, keep doing the good work. Keep up the great work, Rich. Tyler Sawyer, welcome to the show. Good to see you again. Yeah, hello. Alien Girl 111. I'm sorry, I think I missed you yesterday. I don't think I said hello, so double hello to you. Thomas Roberts, why would I remember that? Out of all the things I do, that I remember, because I care. Joe Monk, welcome to the show. Thomas Roberts, I know I said hi. It was a short one, but welcome to the show. Sandra Heath, not health. I know you want to say health. It's Heath. See? I see. These are the things I... Chew! Bless you. Welcome to the show. Get it? Achoo. You guys. Jan Wetzler. Jan Wetzler. What TV show is that from? Wetzler. Jan Wetzler. The last name. God, I hate myself right now. I can't remember it. The Bee's Nest Films. Welcome to the show. Well, I was just thinking, Wreaking Havoc, 215. Wreaking Havoc, 215. Hut! You got the new hut. It used to be Fritzy, but Fritzy doesn't come around anymore. Fritzy, 37, 32 or something. Frap Sappuccino. Welcome to the show. Frap Sappuccino. Mary Hall. I'm just scrolling and scrolling. Long Island Bigfoot. Howdy doody. Fresh and fruity. Got your email. You and I, let's go. I got it. And I think I replied. I don't know. Maybe I didn't. I can't remember. There were so many emails in the last 2 days. John Bruno. What's up, JB? Fauci. Fauci he's a little Hitler, isn't he? You put him in your hand. He's a little Hitler. He's not Fugel. Sieg Fugel. Somebody sent me a message today saying, what did you do to Fugel? I said, what do you mean? What did I do? They're still talking about that Fugel stuff in that thread. I can't believe people, they just love me. They love me. It's because we don't see eye to eye. I don't think we will. Yeah, I don't think we will. I think I liked myself when I was a little more subdued. Just doing the show and not trying to be cute. You know what I mean? There's no reason for jokes in this field. Why? Why would we ever want to joke around in this field? This is why, and I'm realizing who has a problem with my show, who they are. I'm learning a lot about people during this election process. Yeah. It's all making sense. Do you know ufology is 70% democratical thinkers? Yep. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Yeah, I understand now why people lie, cheat, plagiarize. Not everybody's that way, but usually when it's done, it's by somebody who I can't help it. It's a fact. It's a fact. I'm not making it up. It's a fact. Look it up. Ugh. Sally Monsell packing a bowl and letting the mind ponder. That's what I do before and during and after every show. Joe Monk, Lisa B's. Yes, B. Baker. 8. All things exist. All things sexist. Wow, what a great... Oh my God, I'm going to make a meme of her and post it on Twitter. Are we done with the Off-World Adam? Let's just roll through this. I keep talking. Kayla, I guess it is that type of show. Fast Hemi Machinist. Every time I see your name, I feel like I have to rev it up. Just that punch more energy. Lee Bodge. Happily Bodge is here. And even in Facebook, Andy Cowley. What's up, Andy? Welcome to the show. A lot of people I haven't seen before here. 2 people. Andy's new, right? Welcome. JC, I think I've seen JC. Welcome to the show. I'm just scrolling. A lot of people were here. 404, error, page not found. It's a lot of stuff to say. Did I say Bob M? Yeah, I did. Mervyn Pervin. I do, right? Okay. So, I've been saying the intro's been long since day one. But it really is an extra 2 minutes. And when you see the countdown, it's because I chopped that countdown from 2 minutes and 10 seconds down to 10, or tonight was 45 seconds. And I try to marry it up with the start of the show. But I really enjoy the intro, and that's why it's still here. I'm listening to it as I'm getting coffee, getting ready, getting a pen, whatever. And I know I need to get to the computer when I hear ding, 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 and I know it's time to go at the end. All right, let's get the show on the road. Warren H., welcome to the show, Warren. Nice to see you. Tammy Finnegan, hello. Welcome to the show. And Bill Romanos. Welcome, you guys. All right. Ash Dobbs. There you are. I thought I saw you sneaking in right through the side door. Yeah, we sealed up the back door. Too many jokes. Nobody wants to hear, hey, John came through the back door. People always go to that. I know, because I do. So, it's no more. Side door. Top? The roof. Oh, the roof would be great. So tonight, all things exist. Now I got to pull up the Twitter here, so I didn't expect this. Then we got to log out. Oh, yeah, that's right. Give me a second. This is kind of a waste of time, to be honest with you. I'm just going to be honest. It's a waste of time. If I can get because I have to open up the other Twitter, because she's always blocking. So I just said, you know what? She is a waste of time, and I'll get back to her when I need to. Gives a shit. She put. You want to know, if you don't know who she is? She puts a camera on her windowsill, in the front and one in the back. And she goes to bed. It's a 1080p camera, supposedly, but it's weird. She doesn't understand how cameras work. So when she goes to bed, they're recording everything that's floating, driving by, airplanes taking off, shooting stars, falling leaves, insects, bugs. She doesn't understand how to do research. She thinks that's research. Well, you know what? It is a form of research. But do not make claims unless you witness it yourself. She's and you know, that's what we talked about earlier. This field is dominated by men, 98% male. It may be 97 now. But it's 98% male dominated community. And you know, at one time when she was 20 years younger, it's possible she could have been attractive. But age and time has caught up to her, as it does all of us. And she is using that to gain followers. And now she does these seances in the backyard. Puts her hands up in the air, you know, does one of these, you know, does all that stuff. It's crazy. It's such a scene. But, you know, she's scantily clad, wearing scantily clad. Is that how you say it? I never used that before. I thought I'd try it. Didn't work out. You know, all you got to do, you know, you want to get followers and you're a girl, a woman, and you don't have legitimate UFOs, aliens, or anything legitimate that you say you're catching on your night cams. And you can see these are bugs. You can totally tell what almost everything is. And then there's one with the flashing light. Oh my God, she says it's hovering. No, it's turning around. It's just going away from you. And then and then you see it go this way. Oh, it must have saw me, she says. It's reading my mind. It knows I'm watching it. Stupid. You're looking at a recording. You were sleeping when that happened. That's why I got to talk about it, because she's gaining gaining some steam. What is that? I think she met George Knapp. You should have seen George's face when he met her. A woman? Sure. He almost had a swing, but it is. Yeah, when you're 70. I guess that's for some people. All right. I don't care if I'm a dick anymore. I don't care. They don't think like we do. They don't think with critical thoughts. They think, and this is what I know, if it looks good enough to pass off and get away with it, good enough by me. They're all frauds out there. That whole Twitter UFO group. That whole UFO, what are they called? The Twitter Young Guns. That's what they've been dubbed by Grant Cameron. Thanks, Grant. It's not that they're young. They're all around my age. Unless you ask Chant Hannah, who's going to be 52. She says she's still 38. Unbelievable. It's always lies with them. Always, always, always. They lie, they lie, they lie. And I'm the bad guy. You know what I mean? I'm the bad guy. To be honest, I don't even give a shit about what they think. I am going to say what I want, when I want, and where I want. As long as I can, to let people know that they're all frauds. George Knapp got played. Bob Lazar. Give me a fucking break. Buy that bullshit story. You know, Bob Lazar is a scientist, right? Don't you think he might have had relationships with people who may have worked at Area 51? S4, sorry. You got to be specific with this group. Not you guys in chat, the know-it-alls. All right, so I'm not going to bother with Big Fat Mama. Because in her mind, all things do exist. That's the name of her stupid channel. All things exist. Isn't that great? You can get away with anything with that. That's a leaf. It exists. I know, but it's a leaf. But does it exist inside you, Rich? Get the... You know, you can twist it any way you want, fat girl. It is what it is. Is she fat? No! But she goes by Big Sister. Big Sister. So I call her Fat Mama. Her head is huge. She's got a David Wilcock forehead. Blows his away. It's enormous. Her name should be... Let's name her forehead tonight. Dixie. D-I-X-I-E. Normous. Dixie Normus. That's her forehead. It's the biggest one I've ever seen. It starts at the top of the head. I've never seen a forehead start there. I'm not joking. I'm not making fun of her. It's a fact. Stop saying I'm making fun of her. It's a fact. All right, I'm just going to get this shit started. We'll get to the insanity stuff at the top of next hour. Well, I'm going to start off tonight with this UFO by the ISS from Mary Hall, who's here in the chat, I believe. So let me pull that up. She has been doing this kind of research for a while and sends things to me, and I'll look at them and I'll say yay or nay. And she's a good sport about it because I have my opinions, and that's what they are. I don't know for fact everything she sends me is what it is, but this cannot be denied. Where'd it go? Oh, and then I'm going to play Carrie Cassidy and Stephen Greer talking about aliens, too. We'll do that right after this, actually. So here, okay, I know what I need to do. Let me just go back in the email. I have the second one you sent me, but I want to show the first one that you sent me. So let me pull that up. Let's get that thing. Here it is. Here it is. Oh, Mary, Mary Hall, I thank you all for the UFOs. Now, we're going to watch this in the beginning. Then I'm going to jump. And, well, you're going to see Motherless. There's a lot of stuff to look at here. My head's spinning. Oh, I can see through my shirt. My shirt's acting weird. It's not green, it's blue, and I have a green screen. It shouldn't be even doing that. All right, here we go. I don't think there's any sound because this is all off the ISS. That's the International Space Station, for those of you watching. Get rid of this because it takes up space. So you're going to see these dots. Now, I don't know what this red thing is or this. It must be a camera anomaly. I believe there's another one here. But there we go. You're going to see, and I don't know what these are. Satellites maybe. But you see this? Look, there's these dots. That's just part of the camera. I think. They never go away. But you'll see some flashing coming up here in a second. Let me go forward a little bit. Oh, here it is. These have never been seen before, guys. You're seeing them for the first time here. This is just recent. Look, there it is. I was thinking about making a video. I don't know if Third Phase will do a video on these because it's small. But they could blow it up. I could too. But there goes one. So you're seeing the ISS. That's it here. Here's one of its rods that stick out, I guess, antennae. Let's go jump a little forward now because here it is. That's not the one we're talking about now. This isn't the one that you'll see in a minute that's going to blow. It's going to blow your ears out. This is a good one right here, though. Look at this. So that's pretty much it. When were these? These are just from today, yesterday and today. Today, this was posted. You're seeing these for the first time with the rest of dots. Stuart, dots. We even have dots in space, my friend. We can't avoid them. All right, there's going to be one now that's going to come up here. And there it is. It just appeared. You just see it? It just came out of nowhere. Now, well, is it a satellite? I'm going to pause it. Because satellites do this. They get illuminated. They have solar panels. And when you get to the night line, or whatever you call the timeline, where the sun is starting to come up, the dividing line, you see the earth is dark and the other half in that line. Well, that'll come up in the next video, I think. But this thing is going to come up, and then it's going to pace it. Watch it appear out of nowhere. Sometimes this is what happens. It may be a satellite just appearing because the sun came over the horizon and hit the solar panel. Could it be? The flashing ones could be iridium flare satellites too, spinning. I'm not so sure with this clip because this thing actually follows along with it. It's going to appear right here. I'll be quiet. I should put some background music on, is what I should do, but I'm not. That is some good coffee. So here it goes, right? I mean, it's slow. So I'm imagining this thing spinning. Here comes the divider. This is very cool because it may very well be a satellite. But that was really far away from the dividing line, but it's in space. It's 300 miles up, maybe 250 miles above the Earth. So if it is a satellite, the light would have hit it, made it appear because it hit the solar panel, and it's possibly a spinning satellite. But the only way we would know if this is a satellite, because now it's marrying the speed. Watch, I'll put my cursor on it. Whoops. Oh, it is moving still. Yeah, because this is always here. It is moving towards it. But it's very slow. It came out of nowhere. The other ones shot down here. What were the other ones? Why were they going this direction? Here's another one, look. It's going this way. Here's another one. Okay. Oh, was this here? Nope, that's moving, Jack. So we've got UFOs near the space station. You're going to tell me 3 satellites are in the area? Come on now. Could be. Maybe it's the... This is the problem I spoke about a week or 2 ago. We're doomed. Ufology is doomed. Because there's going to be 40,000 of those suitcase satellites for Starlink going around the planet. More than that. So anytime we're going to look up in the sky, everybody's going to say, Starlink. We're done. Done. And the other one disappeared. I don't know where it went. This one faded out. So if in 10 seconds we're coming up to where it gets dark, well, I think it takes an hour, right? I don't know how long it takes. But if it gets dark here in another 5 seconds, we'll know why these disappeared. Mike, you left your duffel bag outside the space station. I will get it when I can. Jaime? I'm in the bag, Rish. Who left Jaime in the bag? Guys, Jaime Maussan is outside the space station in a bag. Hey, Rish, you have to get me out of here. All right, let's look at the next one. Mary, you done good. Pretty interesting stuff. Here's the next one. All right, this one, oh, we don't know. Asteroid, something, satellite. space debris. Oh, sheesh. I don't know, but we got more here for you. So enjoy this first time ever seen by human eyes. Goof on radio. Oh, it's not Goof on radio. Goof on. There you go. See? That would have to be a pretty fast spinner satellite. I'm loving this stuff, man. Keep sending this stuff over. Mary, can you zoom in on that a little next time? Can you do that for me? Thank you. I need you to zoom in. So what I'm curious to find out is, all right, let's move up. Whoa, what was that? Did I just see something? Whoa! What the hell? Yeah! Holy shit! Wow! What is that? Oh my God! If that was what is this? Oh my God, Mary. Wow. Oh my God, we never see this. This is unbelievable. How did I miss this? Hey, Linguini, how you doing? Hey, Mr. DB Cooper, 77, how you doing? Yeah, good. This is unbelievable. Look at that. Can you guys see this? There it goes. Ding, 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 ding. It starts at the 11 o'clock, and then it goes to about 5:30. There it is, right down the center of the screen. One more time after this, and then I'll let it go. I have to say, I am just excited. Oh, play slow speed. Ah, ancient Chinese secret, huh? Very good. I always forget about that. Let's do a 1/4 speed. You see it? Right over here. Ready? A goosh. And a goosh. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. It looks like it's blinking a lot, doesn't it? Here it comes again. One more time. 1/4 impulse power. All right, we're going to now turn it back to its regular speed and see what else is in this pile of gold we got here. Hey, look, this is at 60 frames a second. Do you know what that means? It's as good as it gets. That's what we bring you here on a live. Hey, how is the screen? Hey, John Vittor, how you doing? You don't see anything now. It was there. It's very, very small. It is dots. But they're moving. I'm going to have to do some work on this. It's a bug. I'm going to have to do some work. And I'm going to have to zoom in on these. And I don't think I'm going to get any. Look here. Here's another one. What is going on up there? There's something just came through the side. See it? Watch. Right there. There it is. Man. I'm going to let it run a little bit. It's hard to see. Yes, I get that. Maybe turn off the lights and get yourself... how's the stream? It's good? Good. Thanks, John. Thanks, Lee. Thanks. 404 error. Page not found. All right. There's more coming, I remember, right around this part. I would show my head, but I don't want to degrade the size of the screen just so you look at me. Just know that I'm here in the background vaping. Oh, Oh, there it is up there. Look. Oh, look at that. Ah, that's the best one of the night. That's my favorite one because it's so bright. Did Mary Hall actually record, or did Mary Hall actually get the ISS recordings of UFOs? I don't know about you guys, but I would download this and save it. You can go to Mary's website, YouTube channel. It's right here. I subscribe, Mary. It's Mary Hall. Let me put the link to Mary in the description down here. Here, I'll give you the link to the video. We'll do that now. So you guys can go there and sub. Mary, you say you got the one the size of a nickel comes flying through. Where, though? Where is that? Where, Mary? Can you give me is it on this video? Because I don't remember seeing anything that big. Did I miss something while I was talking? So here we are again. Okay. I think I know some of the, well, because look at what's coming up. You know, as somebody who is a researcher who questions everything, you have to. So what I'm seeing is the timeline again. I am loving the videos, by the way. I'm not saying they're not UFOs, because some of these are just flying through. I thought that these satellites they all go in the same direction, but they don't. Satellites go in many different directions, just so you know. That's an old 70s way of thinking. It's not like that anymore. So when I see this divider line again, approximately 4 minutes into the video, 3 minutes or so, just like the other one, I get a little nervous because I think, okay, so it's iridium flare satellite space debris. And what we're seeing is above the Earth, about 300 miles above, it's the sunlight hitting them, and it's just illuminating them. Now, I have to think that way because how many UFOs are really flying around? Is it this many? Because if it is, I would consider that a threat. I would. If there are that many UFOs around the International Space Center, I would consider this a threat. Now, Mary makes no claims that these are 100% UFOs. She's just showing us interesting data, which I can't tell you how much I appreciate this. So we're going to blow some things up. We'll look into it. Mary, did you say where I need to go? Michael played that one on his today. Oh, I think I remember it. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, let's just go to Mr. MBB333 then and see, since he posted it. That's a good thing to do. This was interesting. Thank you, Mary. Very, very interesting. As you know, I've been looking over your stuff for a while. I just am now giving it more attention. Is this the video? This is it. Volume low? Hey, Richard Campbell, what's
up,
oh my God, Richard Campbell.
Well.
Who the hell am I talking about? Richard Chappelle.
In this video, we're going back up to
Is
the
it Chapel?
International Space Station.
I think it's Chapel, right? Chappelle. What's up, man? Welcome to the show. Love Light. Welcome. All right, here we go.
Received some video footage of.
Oh yeah, I remember this now.
What either looks like a fleet of UFOs.
Why does this say Mick H?
on the dark side of planet Earth or some sort of a debris field that the space station may have went through a few weeks back. First, you're looking at a still image sent in by Mick H. a couple of weeks ago. He noticed what looks like the outline you see right here of some sort of a triangle object. Not sure what's going on here.
It's from the space station. It's dark.
Maybe you can help me out. What are we looking at here? Again, this is on the dark side.
It looks like a transsecular craft. What a handsome photo.
The Earth.
I'm sorry, I can't help it,
There
Mary.
could be some sort of a reflection, but from what? Because again, we're on the dark side of the Earth and not too much going on over here. I want to show you a little video of a transition from the dark side of the Earth to the daylight side of Earth, and this is it right here. I just filmed it real quick just to show you guys what it looks like. Over here is the dark side, and then we're coming into the daylight side of the Earth, which is obviously blue, and you can see white clouds. When it's on the backside or behind the Earth, it is very dark. And sometimes, not always though, you'll see some anomalies like I'm about to show you in this video. Mary Hall noticed what looked like, literally, it's a fleet of lights, let's put it that way. I'll let you guys decide what we're looking at here. Potentially, I really don't know what they are, but they're very unique, let's put it that way. But here's a transition from the dark side to the daylight side. It's kind of what it looks like. Now we're going to go to the videos that were shared with me by Mary Hall, and we're going to start with this one here by Norm. Again, dark side of the Earth.
Great transmission. We're going to watch this video here by Mary Hall. Here's Norm.
Looks like some sort of a object you're going to see right in here. Watch very closely. I'll zoom in real close. I actually put it in slow motion, and you're going to see what it looks like right there. See that?
Oh
I'm
my
gonna put
God.
it in slow motion and zoom in. Look like a large craft right there. See it? There and there. I know it's tough to see, but there's something moving there.
All right, that's
that doesn't
interesting.
look like typical static or something normal that you see on these cameras from time to time. That's
All
why
right,
the man
next.
took the video and shared
Come
it with
on,
me
get to
because
Mary,
it was
damn
so
it.
unique. See it right there? See that light there? You're going to see what it looks like. About to share with you that was sent in by Mary. It looks like some sort of a debris field. Watch right here. You're going to see what looks like a
slow-mo.
craft move right there from, once again, right to left.
Oh, yeah.
Good
I
observation
remember
by
this.
Norm. That was from the dark side of the Earth on the International Space Station. Here we're going to look at literally dozens of either UFOs or maybe these are some form of debris. Don't know. Dark side of the Earth, International Space Station.
Ma! Rich is vaping again. Mr. DB Cooper 77 with the $9.99 super chat video.
October 18th of
Thank you, Mr.
2020.
DB Cooper.
You're going to see a lot here. An unusually large amount of
Oh, yeah, I
blinking,
remember this.
Some steady lights on the backside of the Earth, visible from the International Space Station. Some moving faster than others, some moving slow, some are brighter than others. That one there looks to be steady.
I'm gonna make a standalone video about these
in on it. Some are blinking.
Tomorrow.
I have no idea
It'll
what
be
we're
out.
looking at here. I even typed in here, is this a debris field? You tell me what we're looking at. This is from, once again, the International Space Station.
I wonder if it's the all of those briefcase satellites that are going up out there for SpaceX.
250 miles above planet Earth.
Oh, okay.
On the dark side of the planet. There goes another one right there at a pretty good rate of speed. And you're going to see some that are much slower. There's one that's really fast, and it's kind of going at a different angle.
It's weird,
There's
isn't
another
it?
one going at a different angle.
Sorry.
A little bit brighter. Kind of blinking, so to speak. Maybe it's tumbling.
It's weird.
I have no idea. Here's one that's a little larger. Got a faster blink to it.
Whoa,
Do you see this
what was
one over
that?
here? Come up from the bottom and go right to left. Watch over here.
Yeah, this one's Norm's.
Check it out.
This is Norm's? I thought this
Look
was
at that.
yours. This is Mary's.
I mean, this is legitimate footage from
I remember seeing
the
this.
space station live cam. Mary watches this
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a hawk. She doesn't miss much. She's sending me video clips and still images all the time from the International Space Station camera. Here's one here. Kind
Mary.
of moving a little slower than the
Fantastic.
ones we've seen previous. There's another one behind it. I don't think these are the Starlink satellites because these are all over the place.
I know.
And some moving in different directions. Look at how fast. Did you see that? get a load of that.
Yeah,
that
but
one there looked like it was fairly close to the camera here. Watch.
wow, I can't believe how close it is to the camera. Wow. I mean, can you fake it any better?
There's one, and then there's another one. Unbelievable. I've never seen anything like that on these cameras, ever.
Oh, well, maybe if he
we've
never
seen
has, maybe he is really excited. I tell you what, that's phenomenal, I think, personally. This is stuff we haven't seen 15 years since the ISS incident, with the tether incident. For those of you who don't remember, I can't see the keyboard. I have everything all messed up. This is it.
About 7:30 p.m.
This is your tether incident. This is what started it. Oh, sorry. This is what started it all. So this they were putting up an antenna. This antenna, it's huge. I think it's what, 12 miles? I don't know.
From the vicinity
but
of
it's
the shuttle,
huge.
The satellite is continuing to move away rapidly.
Yeah, 12-mile tether broke off, and the dangling cord spread out, and all these objects went around it. This is what started it all. Well, as far as the orbs and shit. So you don't see anything. And it's floating out there at 17,500 miles an hour. This is 12 miles long. It just broke off. Well, where are the freaking UFOs? Oh my God. It's the next one? Oh yeah, okay. Well, here we go. Let's do this again. That's kind of like Mary's footage. Wow, Norm too. That's a beautiful star cluster there. You can see the blue down. That's the Earth there at the bottom. This looks like the space shuttle. Wow. Here it is.
Again, just moving into sunrise.
There we see huge UFOs. Look at the speed on that one, guys. Some say these are crisscrossing patterns. Some say these could be either ice crystals or maybe a huge UFO. One researcher said this UFO here was 25 kilometers wide. Look at this guy flashing the way he does. Look at the speed and trajectory on that motherfucker. I just had a shock.
Good job here adjusting the cameras. 100 nautical miles.
So that's what I'm talking about, Mary. That's where we got to get to. When we get there, everything takes off. Mary, great job. Mary Hall, I'm going to make a special video just for you. Better, much better than that 333 character with 500,000 subscribers. He's a good guy. He's trying. All right. That was fun. Well, I didn't think we'd spend this long on it, so obviously the show just got extended. All right. Let's get to... I know. Speaking of things in the sky, I meant to play this yesterday, and I didn't. So I'm going to play it now. Manananggal. This is called a Manananggal. Pterodactyls.
The Philippines. The Manananggal is believed to be a hideous beast, usually depicted as female, who has the ability to sever its upper torso and sprout wings. It then flies off into the night in search of prey. Once it's found a suitable victim, the creature uses its long tongue to suck out its blood while it's fast asleep. Like vampires, the Manananggal's weakness is garlic and salt. It's said that one may be killed by rubbing these...
That's my weakness! Ma! No garlic!
...substances onto the lower part of its body, which is left standing as their upper torso large bat-like wings.
There's a picture.
The creature seen in this photo certainly fits the description of the Manananggal. It appears to have a severed torso with no visible legs, flying through the sky with large bat-like wings. However, several viewers were quick to point out that if it is indeed a Manananggal, it's clearly flying around during the day. It's believed that this creature can't stand sunlight, another trait it shares with the vampire.
I knew nothing about the Manananggals. Never knew nothing about them. I never knew anything about them. Excuse my English. I dropped 10 IQ points immediately when I went to that Gaucho channel today and had interaction with people. It is a weird world we live in. And what if, okay, you hear it throughout your whole life about people who say that the devil told them to do it, right? The devil made me do it. They hear voices in their heads. They see shadow people. They wake up with bruises. Is it a type of poltergeist activity? Is it a demon? Are they insane? Sometimes I've wondered that myself. I don't hear any voices yet. I really don't. I want to hear voices. The day I hear voices, I will let you know. But so far, I haven't heard any. I don't want to say that we're not seeing or hearing the things that we are because I'm not there. And I know I've had interesting things happen in my life for me to actually believe more than ever. The longer I'm in this field, I think, and I'm not sure, but I'm beginning to believe when you're in this field, you may be attracting things to you. Especially when you messed with the Ouija board like I did for so long. And when you go looking for it at cemeteries, haunted houses, or strange places, you may get an attachment, like the spoon. Things get attachments. Dolls. It's true. All sorts of stuff can be a chair. Grandfather used to sit in that chair. Actually, he died in that chair. The chair just moved. Yeah, that's probably Grandpa sitting down. It's a weird world we live in. But are we losing our minds? So I wanted to look into that a little bit. And because I'm not a doctor, just thought I'd throw that out there in case people were wondering. But I do have one here that can explain what psychosis is, and I'm looking for it. No, this can't. Is this it? It is. All right, here we go. This is interesting. Let's listen to this doctor.
Let's demystify what those terms mean. What are psychosis? What is schizophrenia?
Yes. Psychosis can describe a state of having a change in behavior,
Listen to
change
this.
in perception, maybe starting to, I think classically you hear about things like hallucinations, starting to hear things or see things that aren't there, that other people don't experience.
So as soon as she said that, a chill went down my spine. Yes, I have a spine. And it made me wonder, oh my God, I'm losing my mind.
Maybe developing false beliefs, thinking that other people are talking about you, thinking that maybe somebody's following you or going to hurt you. But there are other symptoms of psychosis that are not always recognized as psychosis. Thought disorder, having some kind of alteration in the flow of thought. Maybe things get jumbled up and confusing. It's hard to communicate. And then there can also be what are called negative or deficit symptoms, a loss of interest or pleasure, maybe not showing very much emotion, not showing motivation. So it doesn't
look good. You know? It's real compelling stuff that she's saying here in just a minute. Because it makes me wonder, am I losing my mind? I don't think I am. No. And I don't think a lot of you are. But it does make me wonder when a person like Big Fat Sister or, All Things Exists thinks that they're videotaping ghosts, spirits, fairies, UFO. When you get the gambit of everything in one location in Vegas, you have to say to yourself, this person is either lying or they truly believe they are getting some sort of paranormal stuff on video. Everything I've seen, everything can be explained on those videos. So to me, I see her and many other people like a Robert Thorson, a Jeff Woolwine, Stan Romanek, and you could even say Brandon Fugel and many others who see things without evidence to back it up and think that, oh my God, my phones are tapped, I'm being followed. I went through that, but I went through it for real. There's a police report, somebody tried breaking into my house. Things were missing. Even here at this place, strange things and people hanging out in front of my place. If you knew where I lived, people don't hang out. It's not that kind of place. Is it MK Ultra? Is it the mind? Is it 5G? Could it be that all this technology that's around us is creating more paranormal activity? Not only in our mind, but it maybe in our actual reality. The Wi-Fi at your home, the phone, the TV, your computer, everything is throwing out this 5G signal, however it is, 3G, 4G, 5G, whatever you have. It's bad on the body. It really is. It's not something we shouldn't put a phone in our pocket. We shouldn't sleep with the phone on our chest. Those things are going through your body. And I wonder, because I sleep with the phone next to me. I wonder if I'm getting something coming in from the signal itself going through my brain, and everybody else who's around me sleeping is having the same effect. All this stuff's getting swirled around in the ether. 200 yards away. No. Less than that. I think it's only 150 yards away from me. There's a huge cell phone tower. I posted it on Facebook a long time ago. They were there just working on it a couple of months ago, getting that 5G set up, I think. Because that's when the weird shit started happening. The weird shit, the real weird shit, happened when 5G went up. I wish I could talk more about that and my own situations, but then I think, okay, so maybe we're not losing our minds, even though it says it's possible, even though the doctor just said it. She just said it. I'm going to replay it again. This is unbelievable.
Classically, you hear about things like hallucinations, starting to hear things or see things that aren't there, that other people...
She's talking about symptoms of psychosis.
People don't experience, maybe developing false beliefs, thinking that other people are talking about you, thinking that maybe somebody's following you or going to hurt you. But there are other symptoms of psychosis that are not always recognized as psychosis.
Pretty amazing. It really is. I want to welcome those coming here to the show. We're on hour number 2, just starting out. I'm Rich Giordano. This is Goof On. Welcome. We're talking about people in the field who make these grandiose claims. Hold on a second. I don't know what that was. I'm telling you, I'm pulling out ecto. That's a joke right there. All right. I didn't finish it. Pulling out ectoplasm. But people in the field who think all of the things she just said, people are following them, they're talking about you. You're imagining things, hallucinating, hearing voices in your head. Look, I don't know if it's a combination of the 5G technology, which could be creating the paranormal effects we're having more than ever. I haven't seen so many good ghost videos and apparitions in a long time. But then again, technology has gotten better that we can edit this stuff into our videos. So it's a very thin line we're walking on. But when this doctor talks about this stuff and it hits home, for me personally, I have to think, am I going insane slowly? Does an insane person know they're insane? I don't think so.
Or deficit symptoms, a loss of interest or pleasure, maybe not showing very much emotion, not showing motivation.
Well, that's not me.
So it's really all of those things together. And psychosis can characterize a lot of different situations. So for example, somebody could be high on drugs and show psychotic symptoms.
Chemically induced.
Right, chemically induced. There can be rare medical problems that can cause psychosis.
Right, you could have a tumor, an aneurysm, all this other stuff, bad blood circulation, I don't know. A lot of things can go wrong in your mind. That's what scares me. What scares me even more is when people don't know they're actually stupid. The truth why people think they're smart. I'm going to play this video for you. I think I got to start it right here. We'll start in the beginning.
You know you should have won the argument, and you provided them with is, unfortunately, not made of delicious melty cheddar, but boring old rocks. Yet, incredibly, you end up losing these arguments against utterly moronic people. You know you should have won the argument, and you provided them with countless irrefutable evidence. Yet, no matter what you say, you somehow fail to change their mind or remotely shake their ostentatious self-confidence in their erroneous views.
He's saying even though you show these people proof, they still don't believe it. We've seen that a lot, this election process.
Why is it so difficult to argue with stupid people? Why do they fail to listen to empirical evidence and instead favour the wisdom that smelly old weird bloke told them at the pub? And why do they often think themselves far more intelligent than their words and actions would lead you to believe? Let's find out. Neuroscientists think there are very real and fascinating reasons and explanations for this frustrating phenomenon. But before we talk about those, we must first establish whether our suspicions are true. Do people think they're smarter than they are? Over the past 20 years, two social psychologists have been attempting to answer this question. David Dunning and Justin Kruger. David Dunning was inspired to begin this research after reading a feature in the 1996 World Almanac about a Pittsburgh bank robber, MacArthur Wheeler, who held up a bank at gunpoint in broad daylight without a mask. But, strangely, his face was covered in lemon juice. When the police arrested him later...
When the police arrested him, they said, "Why is your face in this juice?" He says, "Well, it's supposed to make you invisible." He said he took a picture of his face with his camera, and he said he couldn't see his face that good. So he thought he could rob a bank without a mask. Stupid. Alright, I just thought I would save some time. Damn it. See, this is...
conducted a series of experiments in which they got participants to rate themselves on their grammar, logical reasoning, and sense of humour. They then compared the participants' self-appraisals with the results of a series of tests that they asked.
All right, there's a $4.99 super chat by Mr. DB Cooper, thank you, who says, Dark Hour Paranormal. There's someone in the chat that could use a conversation with you, bro. Kay Kaylee, thank you for the $2.99 super sticker. Hey, John Bruno. And thank you for the $5 super sticker. Thanks, you guys. I appreciate it. I do pause the show to thank people for donating. Yes, I do. Not all the time, but 90%. Thank you, guys. That means a lot. You know where it's going. Right back into the show.
Asked them to complete. The studies all concluded that people consistently rate themselves as being far more competent at everything than they actually are.
Of course, you don't think you're stupid. Well, anyway, you get the point. I'm pretty sure this was obvious, but I thought, well, here we go.
Absolutely loves itself and does everything it can do to make itself look good. Repeated studies have demonstrated that the egocentric bias is present in all types and ages. For example, we tend to associate ourselves very closely with positive events, and we take credit for things that other people have achieved, such as, my team played well. Whereas when our favourite sports team loses, we try to distance ourselves. They performed poorly. Similarly, we have no problem when we are overpaid for work, but we think it's a bit unfair when others are.
See, that's weird. I don't say that. I say the Cardinals suck today. Or the Cardinals are going to lose. Or the Cardinals can't win a close game. Well, now they can. This year. But, yeah, see, these studies, they just annoy me to no end because they don't really apply all the time to every one of us. But you see where we're going with this. I was hoping he was going to say why people think they're smart. And I guess he does get to it. I guess I should have watched the whole video. But that's my point. My point is, without really good evidence, it's just your word. And what did we say the other day about Fugel, Zieg Fugel? Skinwalker Ranch owner, Brandon Fugel. The guy posted those pictures of two balloons, calling them UFOs over at Skinwalker. Now, it blew up on Twitter. It's still going on. I was deemed, I had a lot of animosity towards him because I questioned it. Now, Brandon Fugel's a multi-millionaire, almost a billionaire. And when he bought that Skinwalker Ranch, for some reason, when you associate strangeness with that ranch, somehow the value goes up. So I think it was time for him to start posting UFOs. I don't know. But even a smart guy like Brandon Fugel lacks the education in the field to know what is being captured on that camera. He shouldn't be posting anything at all without a disclaimer saying, I don't know what this is. It could be a UFO, but da-da-da-da-da. But instead of saying UFOs captured over at Skinwalker, everybody's like, UFOs over at Skinwalker, and it looks like balloons? You better damn well believe that somebody's going to question that. And guess what? Nobody did. Just me. I was the only one who said, I don't want to get back into Fugel, but it goes into the mind. Like, what's wrong with people? What is wrong with people? I think it is the ego that you have to be right without evidence. I'll give you an example of why I think I am, and I have to use myself as an example, because I thought I was videotaping UFOs for 11 months when they were mostly iridium flare satellites. I didn't know what they were until somebody told me. And you know what I did? When he told me and verified it and proved it, I said, I'll never videotape these again. And I removed almost everything from my website and said, hey, debunked. You know what these things are? Iridium flare satellites. And I didn't cry. I didn't get mad. I was elated. I was blown away that it can happen to anybody until you know it, until you learn it, until you understand it. Now, mind you, that was in my first year in ufology. I didn't know what I was doing. Nobody taught me anything. Brandon Fugel has researchers around him because he's got the money. And when you pay somebody to be your researcher, let's say he's not paying them. But I think he is. But let's say he's not. They want to appease this guy. They want to stroke his ego. They would never tell him what he needs to know. They don't have anyone in the field with a lot of experience over there that can actually help the guy. It's sad. And he's just going to be making the same mistakes over and over. You watch. Mark my words. That Skinwalker Ranch, you'll see, it's going to get popular real soon, within a year. What was I going to talk about? What else? We did the ISS UFOs, Mary Hall. Very beautiful. Very beautiful stuff. Very happy UFOs. We talked about Insanity, which we're still on a little bit. But without any provocation, that fat mama, All Things Exist, attacks me for no reason. And when somebody attacks you because you call them out on their bullshit, that means they know it's bullshit. Because let me tell you something. As a person who I don't know if I'm stupid, so tell me if I am. But I think my critical thinking is very good. And I may not be the most book smart person in the world because I get headaches from reading and I hate reading. I do it. But I'd rather go out and do stuff and create and try to duplicate things. So I'm a doer and going out there doing stuff. But I think I've got an incredible bullshit meter. It's because of the way I was brought up. You know what I mean? My dad was a cop, and family and uncles and all this stuff. They all thought everybody's a crook. Everybody's a criminal. Everybody's a liar. That's what I grew up with. So now you know where that comes from. And that's good and bad. Because it's bad for real life situations, relationships, family, business. You don't trust people. It's hard to trust people. Because in this field, we see it all the time. People are lying. People are getting caught faking something. Anybody who gets defensive is lying. That's what I've learned. End of story. If somebody tells me, Rich, that is, and if they can prove it to me, and just like this person did, that's an iridium flare satellite, here's the proof. 11 months, 1,100 I taped at the time. 1,100 of these iridium flare satellites. There were some triangles. I've gotten 4 triangles. 3 points of light, moving. I've gotten those 5 times over the years. So it wasn't for a loss. But I didn't cry, didn't bitch, didn't get mad. I was happy. And that's what I think these people should be happy. Be happy somebody knows who's been there, who's already done the research, knows that that is bullshit. And I didn't automatically go out being a dick and saying, hey, those aren't UFOs. I go out and I said, I got a lot of research, and it looks like balloons that I videotaped. You don't know what the F you're talking about. You're a loser. You shouldn't even be here. Whoa, hey. I'm just trying to help. I don't see how I was being a dick. Here's a UFO. It's called Tic Tac UFO, following a plane's contrail, chemtrail. Now, I can see what this is already, so I'm going to play it for you. It comes from a Facebook friend, Hensen, and I'm going to blow it up here so you get the full view. It looks cool, but I already can tell what it is, and you will be able to too. Looks cool, though. Do me a favor. Ignore the trail. Look at that object right now. What do you see? Wings? Wings? Because you know it's a plane. You're going to see it. And you can see it. I can see it on my TV. Wing, wing, and it's an airplane. I don't know if I don't think he zooms in any further. I think he gets a little closer, but he knows. He knows. And, of course, I spent 5 years straight videotaping chemtrail contrails, and I can't count how many times they would have a spotter plane following. You can see the wings. I just saw a flash, so you can see it. It's an airplane. Now, I'm not saying Hansan is purposely putting this up there to fake us out. He just didn't know. He doesn't see a trail. So in his mind, if there's no trail on this plane, why was there a trail on the real plane? Well, 2 different engines, 2 different planes. One has more moisture and heat inside of it than the other one. I mean, is it that hard? It's not that hard to figure out. I would have never posted this. I mean, this looks like an airplane all day. So what? It stopped following the contrail, or? I think you get the point. So I just wanted to show you guys that because, hey, you know, a lot of people like seeing stuff like that. So do I. All right, let's get to the Greer thing. This is going to be fun. This was sent over, B. Baker, I believe, sent this to me. COVID. So this is a conversation Kerry Cassidy and Greer were having about aliens. I think I'm supposed to start it at the 22-minute mark. Let me double check. Yeah, 22 minutes. I got it at 21. So here we go. Let's have a little fun. Now, don't forget, this Friday, in 2 days, I'm interviewing Greer live at the CE5 event at the Scottsdale Theater of Performing Arts in Scottsdale, Arizona with 1028 Productions, Doc Skinner, for Third Phase of Moon. So we plan on interviewing a lot of people there. There's going to be hopefully some drone visuals and some great interviews with the people at the CE5 event, and of course a one-on-one exclusive interview with Dr. Greer. So let's hear what Greer's talking about. So maybe I could ask him, look, Third Phase is freaking out right now. Don't you dare talk to Greer about this. I don't even know what this is about yet. But I am a professional first and foremost, and especially with Greer. I would never ruin that. I like Greer, and I hate him. But I like him. I agree with what he says. I just don't like that it was easy to debunk the CE5 videos from a long ago. You know what I mean? I don't like that. But believe it or not, I've turned a little bit towards Greer's side. A lot of bit. He's not a bad guy. I get Greer. Just in and out. Just do it. Get out. I'll do whatever you want, but let's get it done and over with. All business all the time. Here we go. Let's have some fun.
believes that they're all our space brothers and they don't want to fuck us or eat us. I believe Stephen Greer doesn't believe that aliens want to fuck us or eat us. But I could be wrong. I reached out to Mr. Stephen Greer for comment, asking him if he believes that any aliens want to fuck us or eat us, and he has not returned my calls or emails, friends. So we're going to share the screen, and we're going to go to the video. This video is from 2009. And oh, by the way, I didn't give...
Oh, this is from 2009? Hey, the same here, Steve Cambion. This is a transformative work we're doing here. I'm educating the public too.
Bill Ryan credit in this. I didn't mention that.
I don't
Bill
think
Ryan's
YouTube
kind of
cares
arguing
about
with
your
him, too.
scroller down there.
Bill Ryan claims in this video.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, YouTube. YouTube algorithm sees this and they're like, oh, okay. Yeah. It's not copyright. Forget it. He's using it as fair use. Doesn't work that way.
He was an alien abduction victim, and he didn't believe that it was a my lab or the government doing it. He believes it was aliens, bro. So yeah, shout out to Bill Ryan, who was also in on this interview. But we titled the video, I think appropriately, "Let's All Laugh at Kerry Cassidy and Stephen Greer arguing about aliens," because it's mostly them doing this back and forth. So this is fair use. Let's, and again, I fast forwarded because the first 20 minutes or so,
all right,
they were pretty chill. They weren't really going at each other.
Dimensional and materializing flesh and blood through these electronics. So a lot of these things that people are seeing have nothing to do with interstellar and extraterrestrial. So when I'm talking,
wow, he aged a lot in 11 years. So did I.
When I talk about the interstellar civilizations that also have trans-dimensional capability. You can't go through interstellar space at the speed of light or less. Right. But there's a cosmological indigestion happening within ufology and disclosure that I find disturbing, because people are conflating interdimensional with extraterrestrial with PLFs that are program life forms man-made, and all of
program life forms. This is one of Stephen Greer's stupid fucking theories, is that the government is abducting people with PLFs, program life forms. They're made to look like aliens, but they're not.
Well, why not? Why can't that be happening? There's no proof it isn't. Right? I'm talking to you, Steve. All right.
Being put together as if it is one thing, and it isn't. It's unfortunately much more complex than this, and this is exactly why.
Yeah, and I just want to say, what's the deal with Stephen Greer, and why does it look like he's got a big fucking camel toe right there? This is not a good look for Stephen Greer. He looks like he's...
I almost said something, but I have to see the guy, so...
He's got a big camel toe there. That is gross, bro. Cross your legs or something if you've got a vagina.
I agree with that as well. It's very common. This is why when Martin Cannon back in the late 80s...
I'm not wrong, right? That's a big fucking...
Oh, so, this guy sounds like somebody I know. He sounds like me.
Okay, he's got a big fucking camel toe. Bro, Stephen Greer, put your vagina away, bro, or wear some kind of
ball sack, bro. Dude. He's got a big sack, and I guarantee he's wearing boxers. Guys who wear briefs don't have ball sacks like that. I know.
1,000 footnoted
because I got balls, ma.
And collection proving the military human involvement with abductions, and that the creatures they were using were not ET. There wasn't some alliance between Majestic and these ETs. The ETs wouldn't bother with them. Now I say they're aliens, but they're not extraterrestrials. Okay, and now we're getting into, and people say I'm being cheeky. I'm not, because these are very bizarre creatures, and some of them even.
And I just want to stop this for a second. Let's look at this scene. This is apparently backstage at a UFO conference, but like...
Hold on a second. We'll just do it ourselves. I don't need the commentary. Well, only because I want to get through this.
Used so that people will make an assessment that there are the good aliens and the bad aliens. And if we step into that cowboys and Indian mindset, they can then divide the human race into another war footing that will fulfill the majestic plan that was hatched in the 50s that will take us, as Douglas MacArthur said in his last address to the Congress, to interplanetary war, and that which is the World War III they want. So most of retail ufology, I would say 90+% of it, has embedded within it this message and this information and these images for the purpose of majestic. Now, I think people do it completely
Thanks, Mr. D.B. Cooper.
Because
I want to ask a direct question here, because this is personal, and I haven't said this on camera before, so here we go.
Good.
I'm an...
Hold on a second, guys. Hold on. I got to do something. Here we go. I got to make sure we do this.
Abductee, and I'm a mountaineer, and I was abducted out of my tent in December 1981 in the Himalayas on the slopes of Makalu, which is in...
On the slopes? Did he say slopes? Oh, he's like Grandpa G.
So here we go. I'm an abductee, and I'm a mountaineer, and I was abducted out of my tent in December 1981 in the Himalayas on the slopes of Makalu, which is in Nepal, on the border of Tibet.
Look, Creer's like, yeah, right, In his mind, he's like, shut up, me. Am I wrong?
And that wasn't done by the military. This was done in December, in winter in the Himalayas, and I was taken out of my tent, floated over the glacier in the middle of the night, and it was minus 40 degrees. This wasn't the military who were doing that. They couldn't do that.
Well, I'm not saying all contact has been military. I mean, I'm being very specific. I'm saying that there's enough. Let's look. If you have a nugget of gold and you dump a whole bunch of fool's gold on it, then no one's doing an assay. And the question becomes, what part of it is extraterrestrial? What part of it is interdimensional?
Exactly.
What part of it is man-made? And what part of it is some mixed up where people... And here, I'll make it a little more complicated. There are people who've had ET contact.
Yeah, he's right. Tell me he's wrong. He's not wrong. You can never... Yeah, I know. Yeah, I feel like you do, John. Never could take Carrie Cassidy seriously. You're right. I have a hard time with it, too. But I think Greer is right. You can't tell what anything is, but he can. He can tell us what it is. You know? I am not going to be doing an interview like this on Friday. You're going to see, it's going to look like a documentary when we're done with it. You know what I mean? We're not just slapping together a room in a UFO conference, behind a backstage and throw up a sheet. Look, they just bought the sheet. You can tell. Let's get a sheet. If you guys can go get one, go to Walmart, get a sheet. Sheet, go, now.
And when these classified projects find out about it,
yeah, there's something serious going on with that package.
they will then target them for an abduction so that their paradigm and their perception of this will become confused.
Okay, but I think what happens here is that we are aware of this level that you're talking about. We're aware of all these different dimensions because we basically not dimensions, but dimensions of this argument because we have been exposed to these levels by different secret witnesses, okay? And I think if we have a disagreement, what it is I don't know if it's completely, it's not an either or question. It's a how much. It's a percentage, as you say. It's going to be is there sometime abductions that are ET related, that are real ET related, okay, and handled by a certain group of ETs? Is there a MyLab element to it? And is that maybe the largest portion? Highly probable, okay? But is it exclusively that there are only good ETs? I think that when you extrapolate that, that's where I have a problem. Because
well, I think the problem is
that's
true, because Greer doesn't believe, nor do I. I don't believe that the ETs are a threat. Now, we don't know exactly if that's 100% correct, because some people have bad experiences with abductions. Some of you have been on this show. And I don't know if Greer had a bad experience or what, but for some reason, he's real steadfast that these ETs, if they wanted to hurt us, they would. Now, I think they are hurting people as well as helping people. I think we're being experimented on. I think women's eggs are being taken. Their embryos are gone. There's a lot of weird stuff that goes on with abductions. And it's everything. It's everything. We were talking about this earlier. Are they going insane? Is there a beam of messages being put into somebody's brain to make them think a certain way? This is a very hard discussion to have. It has got to be the hardest discussion you could ever have. Are ETs good, bad, neutral? How can you make a statement and back it up that they are not hurting people, that they are benign? Benign? Anyway, that's what they're talking about now. This is where I guess it gets good. Yeah, it should be right around here.
Philosophically, a problem, a limited way of looking at reality.
No, I think the problem is a Manichaean view that has to divide entire species into good and bad. This is precisely what Hitler did when he would say, the Jews are bad and they're dirty and they're this. I think we have to be extremely careful.
Well, I don't think it's necessary to do that quite so much as it is in terms of the overall.
But to the Germans, the Jews were dirty. That was their belief. What if the aliens believe we're filthy, disgusting maggots? We're nothing. Of course they don't give a shit. You broke the guy's arm, Ed. Well, put it back together. He'll wake up thinking he fell out of his bed. Good idea. Put him on the floor. And have his shirt on backwards. You wake up with the arm broken, shirt on backwards. You dreamed about having a weird dream about aliens. Yeah, the aliens accidentally broke your arm. Greer's wrong on this.
I mean, we're talking universes. Okay, we're talking multiple species out there that go, beyond this solar system, certainly, and we're talking about life in general.
But the point is,
I don't think that we can sit here and make a statement like what I heard you say on stage yesterday, which was there are no bad ETs.
No, I think you can say that there is no evidence that the planet has been invaded by hostile, is the word I used.
Yes, there is. Brazil, 1986. Those people were attacked by UFOs. The military was down there for a month. It's documented. Those were bad aliens. They're not all bad.
Civilizations
so far
that have an intent.
That you have not, in other words,
you can't prove a negative. This is axiomatic.
Well,
you can't prove a positive.
I can
so
say
we have a problem.
You can't prove a negative.
In other words, that's the point.
But that's the point. You can't prove a negative, but what you can do is go with the evidence that you do have. And one of the sets of evidence we have for CSETI, which has gone around the world and made contact all over the world with thousands of people, we have never had a harmful event happen. We have never had anything.
Individuals. in Brazil. Actually, there's many cases where people have been hurt by aliens, according to them. Well documented. Even human mutilations.
The resembling anything that has frightened or harmed anyone on the contact team. On the other hand, we have had members of our team that have been targeted with these psychotronic related military type abduction events, including myself.
Right,
and so what I have to go with is the evidence that I have, and I also know that there's a stagecraft, to use an Institute for Strategic Studies document that I have, that talks about the stagecraft of abductions because of its psychological warfare value to the agenda of an us versus them Manichaean worldview that would redound to the benefit of the military-industrial complex. So this is
So when I was just talking about abductions, a lot of people have talked about seeing aliens. You know, they get into this room, the lights are on them, they can't move. They're looking around as best they can to see who's around them, and they see in the back, behind the aliens, a guy wearing a military hat and uniform. A couple of abduction cases, they said the last memory they have of being abducted is some sort of military guy wearing the hat with the mask on and saying, "I'll be in your head before you wake up." No, I'm just kidding. But that was my experience. For those of you who don't know that experience, it was the freakiest thing that's ever happened to me, other than the spoon. Well, other than... See what I mean? Now, Greer wants to say that it's not the aliens. It's the military, the secret space military, I guess. Military-industrial complex, whatever you want to call it, that is working one-on-one with the aliens. I believe that. But then it could be an experiment on the brain, but too many people are having the same experience who never see any military personnel, who only see the aliens. They can't move. They've had things done to them. They wake up with marks on their bodies. This stuff isn't just all made up. It can't be. It can't be. It's just too much. You know what I mean? I think you do.
Very circular. And I think that what I'm saying is one has to be very careful if you're going to be involved with disclosure and contact and saying this group is bad, this group is good, we're good and we're bad, and we're slipping right back into the Israelis versus the Palestinians, the Jews versus the Christians.
No, you're not. You can't say that. Aliens are aliens. They're not people. You don't know what they're thinking. Oh, wait, but he does. I keep forgetting that. Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, he knows. Bullshit.
The Muslims versus the whatever.
But this is not where we're going.
But if you say that there are bad aliens that are working with a secret government.
The language is actually service to others versus service to self, and that in itself is also a matter of degree.
But you
so
can't
it's not really
judgment.
good.
See, here's the problem.
Well, none of us can. That's the whole point.
Well, that's my whole point. And I think before one starts going down the path of the sky is falling, and we start unleashing this Manichaean worldview of here are the ones that are service to others and here's the ones that are selfish, I would say that there's some enlightened self-interest everywhere. And let's back this up just a little further. Let's say that these civilizations...
Especially by the invaders.
By the who?
If there's an invasion race, then enlightened self-interest is going to be the predominant model by which they're going to operate, right?
And you know, you're entitled to that. I think you're
positing, all I'm doing here, and look, until it actually happens in black and white.
Who has been invaded? And
there is evidence. In other words, you can get evidence on both sides of the question.
Well, but to characterize it as an invasion, what if there is an interstellar group that have different ones of them have different functions? For example, okay, let me.
There's different ones, aliens, that have different functions. He's about to explain that. I'm just trying to think it through. What does that mean? Well, it means that there's aliens that go pick flowers and dirt and the atmosphere, then geologist aliens, and then you got the ones that go after the cows and the pigs, the goats, and all the animals, right? What are they? The veterinarian aliens. And then you got the ones that check out the weather, the atmosphere, the meteorologist aliens. See where this is going? I think I'm excited to see what he's going to say.
I'm going to take this a little further. There's one group that has a very specific function. You might call this the Noah's Ark function.
What I just said almost.
That this planet is under tremendous environmental stress. We're losing thousands of species and plants and animals. Yep. I've spoken with people about the landing in Provence of this ET craft in a lavender field, and there were these little ETs out picking lavender. And
hey man, I didn't even watch this yet. I never seen it. Well, maybe subconsciously I've heard him talk about it, but that's what I was thinking the aliens would be doing, right? What do they call those? The ones that like the plants, the entomologists? Is that what they are?
It's hilarious.
Just like
what were they doing?
Just like the movie.
Absolutely happened, and it left physical trace. Could there be a human genome project that's trying to protect the human genome and a genome project for Gaia, the Earth?
Well, let me tell you something, and we'll stop it right here. Do you really think, with all the cancer and all the disease, corona, sexual diseases, all that shit that's going around, are the aliens really saving us? It seems like there's more disease than ever. It's just not wiping the planet out. So if they're helping our genome, if they're helping us progress, we should be getting healthier. But the rub is on this, my 61 strong. The rub is, we're killing ourselves. We're eating processed foods, so much sugar in everything we eat. We don't exercise. We sit in front of a computer. Our brains aren't being challenged anymore. Everything's being done for us. But wait a minute. I thought that was alien technology. That's helping us progress. How can we progress intellectually if we're dying younger? Seemingly, I know we're living longer, but there's more people with more diseases that are living them out because of the technology. Look, there's something wrong with what's going on. I'd like to ask him that question off the books, off record. No. I don't see that as progressing our genome. If it is, we would see less heart disease. We would see less everything. They would make us more acclimated to the way we eat. Rich. But it takes generations for that change. So right now, you're telling me my body's in the generation of when the aliens came in the 50s. Because it takes that while for everything to, I was born in 68. That seems about right, that my genome would be part of the 50s change that the aliens came back. You see where I'm going? So if you were born in the 80s, your change, you wouldn't feel it until you're like 35, 40-ish. Nah, I'm not buying this shit. If the people who were born now live to 100, let's say the average age of a male isn't 75, it's, 77, 75? What if it goes to 82? But you have half the planet with cancer. It used to be a third of the planet had cancer. I'm talking about people. There's something wrong. Maybe it's the government working with the aliens to give us that cancer gene so they can make more money with more pharmaceuticals. I mean, it's all about money. Let's not forget that. This isn't about saving humanity at all. And the aliens could be so gullible. Who knows if they're smarter than us just because they can go fast or disappear. That could have been invented by two guys, two aliens. The rest of the race could be assholes. They could just be people who walk around with the cell phone in their pocket. It's a crazy thing. Anyway, that was fun. Thank you, B. Baker. Created a lot of content, that's for sure. I find it interesting because both arguments are good. There hasn't been any proof that the aliens want to kill us all or we'd be wiped out already. They could do it anytime they want. Not if they're harvesting our bodies and, doing other experiments. Let's listen, and I found this finally, to what it's like when Barney Hill went to his regression hypnosis about his abduction. Let's take a listen to what he went through.
Sample.
I did not dare open my eyes. I was laying on the table and my fly was open. I thought, are they putting a cup around
Doesn't sound so bad.
private parts?
The being scraped his skin and peered into his eyes and mouth. Barney said the few times the beings communicated with him was done telepathically. After the examination, Barney recalled being escorted from the ship and taken to his car in a daze where he watched the ship leave. Following this, the couple drove home.
Pretty interesting, right? Let's see what Betty has to say. They both get emotional.
Fourth dimension. They're believed to intervention. In theory, they reduce their consciousness to
Where is it?
resonate on the longer wavelength of 7.23 centimeters.
Oh, this is just Barney?
Therefore, appearing in our dimension when UFO sightings occur. There are beliefs.
Anyway, so they were taking his semen. Simone? Sediment? All right. I wanted to show this to you before we get out of here. We covered everything, right? Okay. I thought we did. This is a creepy... Well, this might make you believe in extraterrestrial life. It's up to you. Thank you, Sir Spooks.
For whatever the reason, it appears as though Mexico is the target of quite a number of UFO sightings, as this video published by Reddit user Luke511 shares his encounter with a strange floating object in Tepoztlan, Mexico. During the first initial moments of the clip, it appears to be a rather calming and beautiful video of the lush and gorgeous landscapes of the area surrounding the uploader. But things take a much more chilling turn in just a few short seconds.
I think I had the right amount of coffee for tonight. I want to show you this because I'm going to show you guys something, a little reminder. In a second, I'm going to show you something that this could be. See how it's going down? I think it goes into the trees. It's what balloons do. To me, I hear balloons. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. All right, Fire Marshal Bill. What do you got for us? Well, this couldn't have been done any easier. Tyler? Hey guys, this is Tyler from Secure Team. I'm just going to show you something here that might debunk that UFO sighting. What do you got for us, Tyler? Well, this is interesting. I want to show you. All right, I don't see it. I know, where is it? I don't know. It should be right here. It should be, okay, here it comes. Rich, here it is. I want to show you guys something. No, that's not it. Here it is. Remember, this is what it is. No! Alright, so the experiment is to get 2 balloons, so I'm gonna get a couple right here. It's like this balloon. 349. You see this green thing? That's a leaf coming off of this. This one's like sunflower, $9, I believe. So I'm just gonna do the 2 today. This should be good enough. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, so most likely it's balloons. I'm trying to show you. Anyway, 2 different colors. Looks very similar to Greer. Where is it? Where'd it go? Here it is. Could be this. I'm just saying. When things are at focus and you don't have the best footage. I like it though. I gotta admit. It makes you think, are we really seeing UFOs? Why am I yelling? Yelled all night long. All night. Well, I hope you had a good time. I know I did. Hey, tomorrow there should be a premiere and maybe a show too. I don't know. We'll see. But tomorrow, either way, we'll be here right on time. 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. It's Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. Thank you, moderators. Thank you, super chatters. Thank you, newcomers. And thank you, veterans alike. I hope you guys have a great night. I don't know if the third phase, I think, has a video coming. So check in with them. And if you ain't looking up, you ain't looking out. Good night, everybody. Hey, turn that up.